Namaste, good morning. Thank you so much for joining this class today. It's about an 80-minute practice. Please practice as always according to your abilities and your experience and your comfort. If you don't, if you don't feel, please don't feel obligated to do all that I do. Modify as you need to, respect your limitations. Remember, the practice is an offering, and what you put out there is felt by all beings, or imagine that it's felt by all beings. So in that way, we try to practice consciously as possible to deliver the best experience. So on that note, let's begin. Close the eyes, bring the attention within. At the moment of creation, God became part of all living beings everywhere. Attune your mind to the supreme divine consciousness that is within and all around. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your thoughts in God alone. And in God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the knowledge that liberates us from pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. To make this practice even more powerful and meaningful and even better than meditation, renounce all the fruits. Think of this as your divine duty to all beings everywhere. Do it because it must be done. So now, let's start off with spiritual breathing in order to connect with the divine that's within and all around. Bring your arms up, the palms slightly turned up. From the fingertips, inhale the best down through the arms into the spiritual heart. Feel yourself being flooded by all the goodness as it comes in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding in the spiritual heart now, and the center of the chest and the right side of the physical heart. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep everything stored in there as you breathe out. 2, 3, 4. Out through the arms. 6, 7, 8. Again, inhale. Attract everything you need down through the arms into the spiritual heart. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, holding it all in the heart, spiritual heart. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything you pulled in stays within. Now exhale out through the arms. 2, just the breath leaves. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One last time. Inhale down through the arms into the spiritual heart, pulling everything you need. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding it all in the heart as an offering to God who resides there in the spiritual heart. Exhale out through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring your arms down now. Let's do alternate nostril breathing with no breath retention. Anuloma Vinoma. So just the breathing in through the left. Close both sides of the nose. Momentarily exhale through the right. Inhale back through the right. Close both sides. Exhale to the left. So you're always watching the breath. As you inhale, imagine breath moving down towards the root of the spine. As the diaphragm moves down. On the exhale, the diaphragm rises back up. So the breath moves back up. So inhale down, exhale up. So this helps to calm the mind and to remove cravings. Cravings ultimately lead to attachments, or could lead to attachments that ultimately leads to suffering. So we're trying to keep the mind in a calm state all throughout. Left hand in Yana Mudra, second finger and thumb connected. This is the Yana. This is the Mudra consciousness. We rested on the left knee or somewhere along the left leg. The right hand, second and third fingers fold down. This is Vishnu Mudra. But when we turn a palm towards you, it's no longer Vishnu Mudra. We use the right thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left. Always use these two fingers are the right hand. Okay, so breathing in for about roughly 8 counts. Hold again. Make sure you close both sides of nose up completely before you exhale. So sitting up tall and straight now. Breathe out completely, empty the lungs. Then close off the right side of the right thumb. Inhale down through the left. 3, 4. Keep your hand on the knee. I'm just indicating motion with the breath. Moving the breath. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4 through the right. 6, 7, 8. Down to the right. 3, 4. The breath moves back down towards root spine. 7, 8. Close the right. Open left. Exhale back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down through the left. 4. Inflate the lungs. Raise the chest. 7, 8. Close left. Open right. Exhale back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down to the right. 3, 4. Keep inflating the lungs. Raise the chest. 7, 8. Close the right. Open left. Back up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down to the left immediately. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close the left, open right, exhale. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Down to the right, keep watching moving the breath. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close the right, open left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Empty your lungs completely by the 8 count. 7, 8. Continue, inhale down, left. Exhale, right. Down to the right. Exhale, left. Keep going, inhale down, left. Exhale, right. Down to the right. Exhale, left. Keep going on your own for a few more cycles. Stay tall, try not to allow the body to slump down or to drop into the hips. If you start to lose your concentration, have no concern, have no judgment, just keep pulling your mind back. Return to the focus on the movement of the breath. Remain like the eternal witness watching everything. Inflate and deflate the lungs evenly. Try to get as full as possible on the inhales, full breaths. Exhale, empty out completely before you start the next cycle. Exhale out of the left side. Conclude. Take your time. Whenever you're done, just bring the right hand back down onto the right knee in Yana Mudra as well. Take a moment to observe the state of the body, the mind, and emotions. Have no expectation as to what you should or should not observe. Have no attachment to the results. And throughout the practice, we try to stay in the mindset of the witness, always observing, actionless. It is the body and the mind, the emotions are experiencing everything, not the true you, which is infinite, immutable, stainless. For that is the nature of God, and that is ultimately all our natures as well, because God is equally present in all forms. And now through the practice, we try to see God in all the forms. This is the way that God manifests in this universe through all the different beings. So we celebrate and revere all the different ways in which God shows itself in this universe. So now let's come to standing. Through this practice, this is the way we cultivate compassion, through cultivating the love through all the forms, by seeing God in all of them. So let's come to standing now. We're going to start off with some exercises first to help remove the impurities by generating some heat. So we're going to start off with the organs. So just imagine you're just shaking all the impurities out of the organs by this vigorous movement of the belly. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend down. Hands on your knees. The lungs are completely empty now. I'm going to start to pump the belly in as fast as you can. Try at least 50 times as you hold the breath out. Keep holding the breath out, but suck the belly button into the front of the spine. Imagine trying to push the heart right between your shoulder blades. Keep holding the breath out. The area underneath your breath gets very, very thin. Exhale, come back up. Breathe in. Breathe out, relax. You do it again, and if you can't do as long as I can, just when you're done, just hold, again, suck the belly button from the spine. Okay, so one more time, take a deep breath in, come back down, empty lungs completely, relax the belly muscles, just start to bounce, make the belly bounce. Feel as though all the impurities are toppling out of the organs. They're being shaken out. Pull everything up and in again. Hold the breath out. And release, coming back up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now let's continue with some other exercises to move the joints as well. As Dharmaji says, if you don't move the joints every day, you end up in big trouble. Keep on moving in all ways. Advance in all ways. Start with the hands on the hips. And roll the head. Circles. Try to get your ears to the shoulders, the chin to the chest, and the back of the head to the top of the back. And then go in the opposite direction. It goes all the way around if you can. If it's too uncomfortable to do this, you can just go for do semicircles. Good. Now from here, inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, down. Up, down. Continue. Now inhale, straight up the arms, spread the fingers. Exhale, yank the arms down, form fists as the hands come down. Same action, the hands. Inhale, stretch the arms out in front. Exhale, snap them back in front of the shoulders. Now swing your arms back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. And if you want, you can start to do circles. Make sure the arms are spinning in opposite directions. And then switch directions with the arms if you can, if you're doing full circles. And now, inhale, raise your arms up over the head. Exhale, throw the body down. Allow the belly to hit the thighs. And bend your knees as you're swooping down. One more. Just stay down for a moment to allow the body to stop shaking and bouncing. And then roll your way back up. Good. Next one. Shake up the wrist, move the fingers very, very rapidly. Feel as though we had no control of the hands are moving all by themselves. Then up and down, feeling all the joints in the wrists and the fingers being shaken vigorously. Good. Now, arms across the chest, inhale. Exhale, throw the arms back. Alternate the cross each time the arms come across the chest. Next one. There's a squat in this. This is a squatting one. So if you can't go down all the way, just go down as far as you can. Be mindful of your knees. Raise your arms up, inhale. Exhale, drop down into a squat. Now back up. From here, take hold of the arms, bend your knees, spread your feet about a little bit more and hip width apart, and just throw your body from each one side to the other. So as you're twisting, you're breathing out. Try to see all around you. And then release, come back. Next one, again, there's a squat in this one, 4 movements. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, jump up. Exhale, down. If you don't want to jump, you just lift your heels. Be joyful and enthusiastic like a child. If you stay in the mindset of a child, you always be blissful. Spring up. Next one, arms in front of the body, wrist the height of the shoulders. Circle around backwards to front. Exhale, punch back out. Inhale, circle. Exhale, punch. Next one, same movement, but a circle and a quarter. The arms start at the sides of the body. Inhale, circle around to the front. Exhale, pull in and drop the arms back down. And then release. Open up the feet a little bit more. The feet about the width of the mat. Toes beyond the edge of the mat. Go from side to side. Left arm up, inhale. Bend to the right, right arm up, inhale. Bend to the left on the exhale. Next one, the same movement, but the breathing's different. Left arm up, inhale. Hold the breath as you bend to the right. back up on the exhale, right arm up, inhale, bend to the left. And then return on the exhale. Keep going. Lose yourself in the sensations. Imagine all beings are experiencing this through you. Off the camera here. Imagine you have weights dangling from all the fingertips, allowing you to sink a little bit deeper into the bend. With each repetition, maybe going a little bit further, according, of course, to your condition. Try to avoid going to a place of pain and anxiety and suffering. This is not what you want to transmit to others. And perhaps if you're not too familiar with the practice, or even practicing in the morning, just gauge how you feel. And with constant practice, with a regular practice, you will become accustomed to moving a little bit more easily in the morning, and will come with more ease. Reach, stretch the whole upper side of the body without wrinkling the underside of the body if possible. Hollow out the underside of the body. Try to keep the mind always in a state of quietness, with graceful movements, no jerky movements. Try to move in a way that doesn't agitate the mind or cause disruptions in the concentration. Let's do one more on each side. Reach. Stretch. And to the left. And return. Good. Charge the body for a moment. Turn the palms forward. Inhale. Imagine you're attracting the best of the best. Allow it to come right up the spine to the crown. Exhale, send it to all beings everywhere, seated all throughout within as well. So let's come down onto the hands and knees for cat-cow. Wrists in line with your shoulders. Knees about hip-width apart. Inhale, arch the back. Exhale, round the back. Stoke the inner fire. Inhale. Stretch the belly skin. Exhale, stretch the back skin. Inhale. Push pelvic blood and the heart down. Exhale, push them all the way up. Heart between the shoulder blades. The belly button to the lower back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, telescope your neck out of the shoulders. Push the chest forward away from the seat. Exhale. Try not to crunch the back of the lower back or the back of the neck on the inhale. Exhale, keep on creating a little bit of space in your throat, your chin and your chest, so that you don't close off the airway completely. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Roll shoulders back. Exhale. Inhale. Stretch the front of the throat. Open up the throat and the chest. Exhale. Stretch the back of the neck. Open the upper back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Next one, bring the right leg up on the inhale. Swing it out to the right on the exhale. Hip joints If it's too much to have your legs straight, you can bend your knee. So you can make the movement smaller. And then the other side, you can also slow down a little if you need to. Go according to your flexibility. And then release. We're going to come onto the belly now, working the upper back muscles. So I like to have a cushion underneath me with the bottom edge of the cushion close to the tops of my legs. This helps, it's a little bit more comfortable for the hips this way. Take the hands on the back if you can, join your hands together. If not, you keep your hands apart. Press down to the tops of the feet and the thighs. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back down. Up, down. Squeeze the palms together as you come up, up, down. Imagine trying to get your hands over your feet. Up, down, up, down, up, down. If you have to stop, then listen to the body. And down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and down. And release. Drop the arms by the sides of the body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let go of all fatigue. Learn to let go of the effort instantly so you don't bring it into the next pose step forward. So next, bring your arms out in front. A few options here. You can raise the left arm and the right leg up and then back down and just keep switching sides. Try to elongate through the fingertips and the toes. Or you can raise both legs and arms up at the same time, like so. If you have more strength, this was a little bit of a fun one. You throw your legs up. When the hips and the chest come down, then we'll propel the body up. So it looks like this. Okay, so you can do whichever one you want now, but don't use your hands too much if you're doing the full one because it stops the flow. Up and move. And then come down. Forehead on the hands, breathe in, and breathe out. That movement takes a little bit of practice, but when you get going, you can really get a little more height. Okay, next one. 4 movements for this one. Come into child's pose. To start, inhale, come into high cat. Exhale, drop your hips down to your hands. Bhujangasana Cobra. Back into high cat. And all the way back, seat behind the heels in the starting position. Inhale, roll your way up. Exhale, forward. Thumbs go through neck out, shoulders and trunk out the hips. And back up, inhale. Exhale, all the way back. Try not to lose your neck as you come into the cobra. Inhale, come up. Roll the shoulders back, lengthen. Try not to create a big fold across the lower back or the back of the neck. Up and back. Inhale, come forward to prevent those wrinkles from forming. In the back body, push your chest forward. Elongate. And then back up. And all the way back. Move in a way that is fluid. It doesn't create any interruptions in the flow of energy by really crunching your lower back, the back of the neck. All the moves, everything flowing naturally. All the way back. Up, inhale. Watch the body moving the way you want to see it moving. Grace with fluidity. And And this will realize every movement's up, all the way back. Inhale. Be powerful in your movements. Yet graceful. Inhale up. Exhale all the way back. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, flexing the spine. Curving the spine. Back to rounding. And lengthening, flattening as you come back. Come up. And forward. Back up, inhale. Exhale all the way back. Inhale. Exhale. Back up, inhale. Round your back, tuck your chin in, and all the way back to your seat behind heels. Up. Forward. Up. And back. And one more time. Inhale. And forward. Up. And back. Take a moment in child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's get your body accustomed to moving so that your body always stays in good shape. It's like the vehicle to carry the mission of radiating your love and knowledge and light to all beings. Next one, sliding into cobra. So there's two entries for this one. If you want to choose, there's one where you're just gliding forward. On the inhale, the shoulders come forward. Raise the head, take the head back, and hold the pose. Bhujangasana. Hold the breath. Exhale back. If that's too difficult, you can come into baby heart plank and drop your hips to the ground. And then uncoil the rest of the way, hold the breath, hold the pose. And back on the exhale. So now continue with whichever entry is suitable for you. If you're gliding forward, helps to pull the elbows inside the body. Turn your fingertips out a little bit. Hold the breath, hold the pose. Again, drop your shoulders, try not to jam up the neck between your shoulders and ears. And back, exhale. Create space wherever possible. Glide. Put yourself in the body of a snake. Imagine how the boundless range of motion. And back, exhale. Come forward. Pull, as though you're trying to pull the forward towards the body. This might propel the body forward with more ease and power. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. See yourself in the form. Try to copy the form on lines, physically, mentally, and spiritually. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back, exhale. And for the next half of the repetitions, if you want, you can lift up on your fingertips with the palms, pull the toes up, try to bend the knees, try to get the toes to the head. And back. Not important if you don't do it, this is just working different joints in the body. Come forward, legs inside the body. Your hands close to your hips, push into your fingertips. Give yourself a little bit of height when your palms are lifted. And back. Imagine trying to squeeze socks behind your knees and keep them there in place. Come forward. Hold the breath. On breath retention, everything stops. Merge with the form. Back, exhale. Come forward again. The closer you get your hands to the body, the higher your body gets. Try to get the whole trunk up off the ground from the tops of the legs up. Everything up off the ground. And back, exhale. Come forward. Come up strong, igniting, fierce and fearless, and regal and wise like the serpent. Tap into all the divine qualities. They're already within, you just have to turn them on. Hold the breath, hold the pose. And back. Now relax again, child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. From here, we're going to come onto our bellies and then flip onto the back. Now elongate, extend the arms over the head, reach the fingers and toes. On the inhale, exhale, squeeze everything tightly into a tuck. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release the shoulders, peel the shoulders up off the ground so you get the shoulders to the knees, the chin between the knees. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, form a tight fist with your body. Everything comes together in the middle. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze tight. Inhale. Hollow the navel, lengthen the navel. Exhale, squeeze everything in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep repeating movement, but the breathing's different. Inhale, stretch. Now hold the breath, come into the tuck. Everything stopped, all the attention to the space between the eyebrows. Even if you can't get your forehead to your hands or to your knees, no big deal. Release. Keep your attention to the space between the eyebrows regardless. Stretch, and then hold the breath. Use the elbows to squeeze against the legs. You can bring one fist in front of the other if you like to make it easier to bring your forehead to meet the hands. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Hold the breath and tuck. Release, exhale. Inhale, stretch. Even though the body's feeling tension, feeling very tight, keep the mind and the same temperament unbothered, undisturbed. Release, exhale. Remember, it's a body that's feeling, that's experiencing this, not really you. Hold the breath, hold the pulse. The true self is actionless. Release. Rage, stretch, hold the breath and tuck. Break the pose, exhale, inhale, stretch. Push up the heels even. Hold the breath and tuck. And release one more time. Inhale. This is good for the digestive system. Squeeze in. Helps the buildup of gas. And release. So now, just lie in Shavasana for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop all the fatigue out of the body. Imagine you just fainted. Next one, just rolling back and forth. So depending on, again, your strength, you can just tuck your knees into your body and just roll back and forth, holding the backs of the knees. If you're stronger, you can extend your legs and arms and bring the legs all the way back behind the head. For plow, bring them back down. As soon as the feet touch down, keep the heels anchored down as you come forward into Paschimottanasana. Pull the body all the way forward with the legs and roll back. All the movements graceful, no jerky movements, moving at a uniform speed. Wherever you are is perfect. Just do your best. Keep seeing yourself in the practice you're trying to attain. With constant practice and good determination and adherence to ethical rules, that's the yama and niyama, anything is possible. If you can, if you're doing a full expression, try not to bend your legs with your arms. We'll do one more full after this, and then we get ready to stand. Still last one. And then we're going to go back onto our backs, roll back into plow, but this time we're going to make our way to standing. So gracefully again, as your feet come down, bend your knees, plant your feet, and come right up to standing. Good. And then we'll come to the front of the mat to continue with Surya Namaskar. mat. Hands to the heart. And imagine all together physically moving like a school of fish all together, standing like the mind of offering. Raise your arms up over the head, arch back. Fold the body down. Bend your knees if you need to bring your hands flat on the ground, chest on the thighs. Right foot back, lower down a knee, drop down to the feet. Come into the high plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Swing right through the arms. If you can, put your hips and knees up off the ground. Upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Allow the head to drop down below the arms. Stretch the back body. And soften the line of the back. The right foot now steps forward. If that's too difficult, lower the back knee down. You can use the right hand to push the foot forward between the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right to standing. Engage the buttocks as you go back. Come back home, hands to the heart. Go up and back. Don't worry too much about the breath. Breathing away that allows the body to move easily. And that feels synchronized with the movements. Left foot back, just move the body, the breath will follow. Into the high plank, Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest, forehead down. Swim right through again, upward facing dog, charge the legs. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana. And then the left foot steps forward to the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana, chest again on the thighs, the head down towards the feet. Come right up to standing, arch back. Come back home, hands to the heart. So you see Dharmaji does it, he does it quite fast to build some speed and build some heat. Fold the body down onto your legs, right foot back. Into the plank. Down we go. Right through to upward facing dog. Push into your hands, charge the legs. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Allow the head to go below the arms. If you're flexible, touch your forehead to the ground. Then the left foot steps to the hands. Then the feet together. Bow down as though humbleness. Come right up to standing. Come back home. Every movement reflects it has a certain consciousness. Tap into it. Open yourself up to divine grace, surrendering to service, folding body down in a gesture of humbleness. Left foot back. The plank, down we go. Right through to upward facing dog. Opening up your hearts in every sense, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Adho Mukha Savasana, left foot steps now to the hands, feet together, bow down, come up and back, come back home. Let's add on, raise your arms up, reach up, back, come forward down, bend your knees, swing hands behind the back, try to get your forehead, just stay here, pulse a little bit, try to get your forehead against your shins, your belly stays as your thighs. Now the right foot goes back knee down, swing your arms all the way up into Kapyasana. Raise your arms all the way up over the head and back. Now come back down into high plank. Down again. If you want though, you can do this time in Chaturanga, if you like. Straight line from heels to the top of the head, hovering above the ground about an inch, then through to upward facing dog. Do of course according to your strength and your abilities. Adho Mukha Savasana, you can always stay as the other one. Now the right leg up, three-legged dog, and step the foot between the hands. Move the shoulders forward so that they're over your fingertips, the foot lands softly. Back knee down, Kapyasana, arms go all the way up and back, arch the back. Come forward, swing your hands behind the back. If you can, so touch your hands to the ground. Left foot comes into the right. Uttanasana, chest on the thighs again, bounce a little bit. Come all the way up to standing, reach up and back. Come back home. Engage your buttocks and upper back as you lean back to find more support. Again, belly on your thighs, hands over your head, over your shoulders, left foot back. Back knee down, right into Kapyasana. Right back into high plank. Down we go. Entry of your choice. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg up, Ekapada, three-legged dog, step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, drop down to the seat, raise your arms up and back, stretch. Swing your arms all the way back behind your body. Hold your breath, bring the right foot to the left foot nice and softly. Right up into Hasta Uttanasana. Come back home. Again, raise your arms up. Bury your mind deep in the heart. Watch body move with even more power, grace, and ease. Uttanasana. Push your belly into your thighs. Try to get your seat over your heels. Try not to detach your body from your legs. So, and with the right foot back. Back knee down. Kapyasana. Raise your arms all the way up and back. Stretch. Come right back down into high plank. Down we go. Even more strength if you have. Bring your seat back. See if you make it all the way through into upward facing dog from here. Pull your elbows into the sides of the body. Push the roots to your toes. And back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Sink the heart, belly towards the thighs, top of the head if you can, touching the ground. And then the right leg up. Step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, arms up, reach up and back. Then come forward again, belly on your thighs, the hands come behind the back, Uttanasana. Head close to the feet, a gesture of humbleness. Come right up to standing, arms over the head, arch back. Come back home. Move gracefully. All of the transitions seamless, like you're doing a divine dance of devotion and love. Belly on your thighs, turn the hands over your head, forehead to the shins if your legs are perfectly straight. And then the left foot back. Back knee down, right up to Kapyasana. Reach back, stretch the whole front of the body. Come back down into high plank, into upward facing dog. Fingers out a little bit, press and loose your toes, and again, elbows to the sides of the body. Back into Adho Mukha Savasana. Left leg up, three-legged dog, and step the foot between the hands. Back knee down, drop down to the seat, reach up and back, stretch the whole front of the body. Fingertips to the toes almost on the same line. And then come right back, Uttanasana. The hands together, the feet together, chest on the thighs, head down. Come right to standing, raise your arms over the head, arch back. And come back home. Good. Now from here, take a deep breath in. From the heart to the crown, bring the love up there. Hold the breath, imagine love going to all beings everywhere. Exhale back down to the heart, remain established in divine, unconditional love for all beings. And release. Okay, so now we're going to move on with some balanced poses. Standing on the left foot first. Take the right foot up. If you have, you can either do a tree with your foot against the inseam of the right or the left thigh. Just not against the knee. You can have it any height. If you can't get the foot right up to the root, you can bring it anywhere. You can stand against a wall if you're having trouble balancing, or just keep your toes on the ground. If you have a lotus, bring your knee up to your shoulder, turn your the foot up and press the outer edge of the foot against the top of the left leg. And you can bring your hands in the heart center and then right up, like a tree pose. Reach up high. If you know other variations, go ahead. Some of you might be able to take the bind, lean forward, use the right left hand to guide the right hand to the foot, hold it from behind. So you can do this version as well. Wherever you are is perfect if you're offering up the pose. Straighten up. Stand tall and stately. But if a big force of wind comes around, just learn to flow with it. Good. Now from here, we're going to release the foot, bring the knee up as high as you can. Turn to your left a little bit, point the toes, and then you might be able to hook the foot around the left leg. If it doesn't, you just stay there. Okay, allow the foot to hang out to the side, left arm over the right. Push your elbows in front of the shoulders and sink. Try to keep your shoulders over the fingertips. Imagine you're an eagle just contemplating where to fly next. And press into the left foot and come back. Try it on the other side. Anchor down through the right foot, spread the toes like the roots of a tree to keep you nice and steady. The left knee comes up and the foot to the inseam of the leg, or do your other variations if you like with your lotus, hands to the heart, and then come all the way up. If you have good balance, you can look up. The tree is always growing higher. You can't see it grow if you're watching it, but it's always happening. Keep trying to reach the light. Trying to find more knowledge. The light represents the knowledge. Now from here, the next pose, Bring the left knee up, turn to your right a little bit, point the toes and see if you can hook. Not important if you don't. The right arm over the left. Push your elbows forward again, sink. Squeeze your root muscles. If you fall, just come right back into it. Be unconcerned and judging. And then release, come back. Charge the body. Inhale, attract everything you need. In, up to the spine, up to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout. Send it to all beings everywhere. Everything always meant to be shared. So let's try another one now. Come to the back of the mat. Left foot forward, arms up to the side. Bend your left knee. Rest your belly on your thigh and pick up the right leg. If you can, try to get your head lower than the knee. If it's too much, keep your body level. Okay, your head and your head. Try to get your leg up as high as possible, at least the height of the hip. If not, then again, if it drops down, it's okay. Just do again according to your abilities. If you're more flexible, try to arch the back a little bit. Pull the foot up higher than the hip, the head about the height of the knee. Now bring your hands down, left hand to the foot, index finger along the outside heel, bend your left knee so you can keep your belly with your side. Bring the right leg up higher. If you have tight hamstrings, just bend your left knee if you need to, and push your knee up as high as you can. And then from here, try to move your right hand in. Closer and closer, maybe eventually on the foot. Try to get your heel in the same line, your hip in the same line as your heel, gaze beyond the toes. Your forearms hug the leg. Break the pose, bring the right foot down, the chin in, and come back up. Good. And try another side. Right foot forward, bend your right knee, your belly on your thigh, arms out to the side like the wings of a great, magnificent eagle. And pull the left foot up high as you can. If you need to, keep your fingers on the ground. Palms are facing down. Imagine you're soaring from great height. You become what you see in your imagination. Graceful, flying free like a bird. Now bring your hands back down. Again, bend your right knee if you need to keep your belly with your thigh. Right hand moves to your foot. Index finger on the outside of the heel. Your left hand moves in more and more. Eventually, if you're flexible, maybe your toes come right in the same line as your left foot, right foot. Your right foot. Right foot, left foot in the same line. Gaze beyond the toes. Just keep trying. It's the effort that's most important, not the results. And now release, bring the left foot back down. Keep your head heavy as you roll your way up. Turn the palms forward, close the eyes. Inhale, imagine lights of every color streaming into the body, right up to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere. So one more, Nagara Jasana. Standing on the left foot. Bring the right knee up, take hold of the ankle and pull the foot behind. Left arm comes up. Here you bend your left knee, lean forward and start to push your foot away. And then as your foot is going further away, you straighten out your left leg. If it's too much, you can keep your left hand on the ground, it might be a little easier. And you can even try to open up the hip a little bit by pulling the foot back, stretch the front of the body. If you're up into dancer, you can also take your left hand to your foot. Pull the foot in close to your seat first before you push it back out. Chest open, toes about the height of the head. And break the pose. Bring the foot back in and release. Try it on either side now. Whatever happens, again, remain unattached to results. Let go of all expectations. Let go of, and then the mind won't go as restless. And again, bend your right knee. So you can sink more weight into your right foot. Push the foot away, and then when the foot's farthest away from the body can straighten the leg again. You can stay here if you like, or if you want, you can try to reach back for the foot. Take the foot close to your seat, and then push it back out. Standing boat pose. Arch the, push your chest forward, hollow in the back body. Be graceful and poised like a dancer, whichever one you're doing. Break the pose. Good again, charge the body. Inhale, everything you need. Attract with your attention. Your attention's like a magnet. Bring it all the way through the spine up to the crown. On the inhale, exhale, send it everywhere throughout the body. Keep sharing everything you have with all beings. Now stand in the middle of the mat, facing out the long edge of the mat. Fingertips together at the height of the shoulders, in line with the elbows. Jump or walk your feet apart. Turn to the left. Slide your right foot out a little bit more. If you're flexible, you can try to get your knee over your toes. Your back knee is very close to the ground. Look over the front hand. Enter into the warrior consciousness. Be strong and steady. Merge with the form. Now bring the right arm up to meet the left. Virabhadrasana 1. If you can't turn your right hip forward, you can turn on the toes, lift the heel up. If it's too much, you can bring your right knee down to the ground with it. And according to your abilities, reach up. And we'll get the chance to experience everything. So don't worry what you don't attain in this lifetime, you'll achieve in the next one. Keep moving forward in any case. Try your best to go as far as you can in this life. Now from here, lift the back heel if it's not already. Right arm up, power your feet to Paschimottanasana. Angle the toe and knee towards right. And dive down the right arm. Try to get your arm on the outside of the knee. Left hand push towards your right. And keep pushing left hand down to the right. And the belly at the same time comes up higher than the thigh. And then roll to the left. Left shoulder moves back. Center chest is trying to meet the thumbs. If it's too much, if you're having trouble balancing, bring the right knee down. It should be underneath the hip. If you want to take a bind, you can push your seats back. Use the left hand to guide the arm underneath it. Kind of go a diagonal line. Hand slides across from the body, and the left arm goes over your back. Lock your fingers or hold the left wrist and pull the left wrist. Turn your face and chest up. Now from here, break the pose. Back knee down, flatten up the toes. Once again, Kapyasana. Reach up. So you're trying to pull the torso out of the hips. Imagine your arms start at the hips. Rock your shoulders back and forth. Move back with your hands. Lift the heart up. Set your sights high in every sense. Go beyond just the satisfaction of your own desires and needs. Break the pose. The hands come down onto the ground on the inside of the left foot. The left moves out to the edge of the mat. Rock back and forth. Push off the toes of the back foot. And then push one more time to the back foot. Lower the knee. Flatten out the toes. If the hips are low enough, you might be able to fall to your left and fall onto your right forearm. Roll back to your left. Both sides, your hips should be down evenly. So sometimes this kind of thing happens with you're tilting to the right and your foot is further out than the knee, or this happens, your knee falls away. So in each case, you try to move your foot so that your shin stays vertical. Your shoulder and your knee should be close to one another. If your hips are not open enough to have your hip come out your forearms, just stay on your hands, but keep sinking your hips down. If you're very flexible, when your hips are anchored down, the rest of the body will come down more easily. The pelvis, the belly, and eventually the chest. Now, be like a lizard, just sun yourself on a warm earth. Telescope your head and chest forward. Now come back back onto the hand here. Slide your left foot towards you. And then back into jumping. Okay, so just give me a minute. Okay, I think I can only do certain length of videos, so I'll continue. Sorry, it's going to be kind of disjoint, but we'll do our best. Okay, so continuing on from where we left off, we come back into the wide angle, your body to your legs, and come back up. Now turn to the right. Bend your right knee, and then reach with your right fingertips going forward. Your shoulders level again. Exude the confidence, the power of the warrior, and the devotion most of all. Now raise the left arm up to meet the right. Virabhadrasana. Look up as though to say, I'm yours. Grant me higher devotion. Take me. From here, you spin on your left foot. Reach left arm up and go totally towards the left, and then come down into your Parivrita Paschimottanasana again. Push the right hand down into your left, get your belly higher than thigh, and then roll the left shoulder back. So from this angle, make sure if your hands are by the shoulders, you have to keep pushing. You want to keep pushing down so that the belly rises higher than the thigh. Okay, and then the chest goes back. If you're taking a bind, go ahead. Sometimes it's actually easier with your leg up if you can keep your knee up, if you can keep your balance. Use your right hand to guide the left arm underneath. And join your hands. Pull in hands. Turn your face and chest up. Try not to allow the back of the knee to sag down, the hips to sag down either. Now break the pose, bring the back knee down, right into Kapiyasana. Reach up and back, rock the shoulders back and forth, lean away from the leg. If it's too much, you can keep your hands on your seat or on your knee and push your body away from the thigh. Wherever you are, again, perfect. Offer up the pose, do your best. The pose into lizard. Walk the foot out to the edge of the mat. Rock back and forth a few times. Try and get your hips to sink to this angle. And see if you can get your hips to come down now. Flatten up the toes. If your hips are anchored down, again, the rest of the body will follow. The hips are very heavy, so encourage the rest of the body to come down. Roll back to the right. Make sure both sides of your hips are evenly close to the ground or anchored down. And see if you can get your body down. Keep your knee close to the shoulder. Try to get your back close in the knee in any case, even if you're not on your forearms. Keep sinking and reaching forward. The more you lengthen, the more the body will come down. Every chance you get, come in, bring the mind into stillness. The body's constantly fidgeting. The mind might get distracted, so stay as still as possible. Now come back onto the hands. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Vasisthasana. Move on your left hand. Turn to the right. Push your hips up. If you're starting to drop into your shoulder and your hips are sagging down, just bring your left knee down and do it from here. Protect your joints. Your left hand a little bit in front of the shoulder so that you have more power to push into your hands. And come back to plank. Go to the other side now. Go to the left. Straight line from the feet to the head and hand to hand. Now from here, see if you can do one more repetition on each side. If you have variations, go ahead. If you're doing it on your knee, you can maybe lift your right leg up so you can take hold of the foot. If you're doing it the full plank, side plank, you can move your right foot back, turn the left foot, and push your hips all the way up. The pelvis has to be up. Inside edge of left foot down, so you can take the right foot up off the ground. If it comes easily, take hold of the knee. Still easy, take hold of the foot. Break the pose, come back down into your plank. Go to the other side now. See yourself in the practice you're trying to attain. Again, keep practicing. Keep seeing yourself in the practice you're trying to attain again. Eventually you'll arrive. Push your hip all the way up so you can take your left foot up off the ground. Okay, we just practice that. Make sure you're not dropping to the shoulder. Maybe hold the knee. Or slide your hands inside along the lower leg and take hold of the foot eventually. Try not to bend your right knee too much. Keep your hip up. Break the pose. Come back. Come back to plank. From here, bring your feet all the way back. Jump forward to your hands. Okay, so now come into a squat. Push your toes, ankle your toes outwards. Open up your feet as much as you need to so you can get your heels flat on the ground, if possible. Push into the back arms into the inner thighs. Take your hands forward. Kakasana. Lift your heels, squeeze your arms against the legs, and like vice versa. Hold your breath and see if you can pull your toes away from the ground. Just flex your feet, even just one at a time. Just have weight on your arms. You can just stay here with your toes on the ground if you like. Those you can see if you can tip forward. Land on your head soft and try not to fall on your head. Okay, you can stay here, or those you want can come right into headstand. And then you don't hold it, you don't have to hold it, you come right back down. Control the movements so they're always smooth and graceful. If you can, land your legs on your arms, flex your feet, hold the breath, take your head up off the ground, coming into Kakasana briefly, and then back down. Okay, so now from here, we're doing holding the inversion this time. So if you have a headstand, go ahead. You don't have to wait. If you need more assistance or guidance, you can just, if you don't feel comfortable with your feet leaving the ground in an inversion, you keep your forehead on the ground if you like. Or you just lift your seat up. Try to get your seat in line with your knees. Try to push your lower back, your belly button to your lower back, your heart between your shoulder blades. There's too much pressure at the top of the head. The back of the head, you just move your head forward so you're more on the top of the head. If you want, you can do this against the wall or a chair. So place your feet against the wall. Those of you who are in headstand already, bring your attention to the space between the eyebrows and try to come into stillness. Meditate on the space between the eyebrows. Otherwise, you take hold of the opposite arms. Make sure you can hold up the outside of the arms easily. Then don't move your elbows. Bring your hands forward. The head comes between your hands, between your palms. Lift one foot on the wall about the height of the hip, or on the seat of the chair. Allow the other leg to drop back behind you. The foot hanging close to the ground. Okay, so just try not to make your body more compact. Flex the foot on the foot that's behind you. Push into your forearms and see if you can remove your foot from the chair or the wall. Just pulling the toes back. So flex your feet, your toes eventually come away from the wall. If you keep pushing for the back foot more and more, you will eventually find the balance. More pressure on the arms to start so that's not too much pressure for the head. Depending where you're at, you can start to lower down. Do it with control. If you're in a headstand, full headstand, you can tuck your knees into your body, or just come down one foot at a time. If your legs are split, come into child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out, soften everything. Roll your way up. And the seat position, bring your legs out in front. Scooch the front of the mat. Bring your seat towards your heels. And then roll back if you need. If you rolls to get a little bit of momentum to bring your seat up higher, then do so. Eventually your seat comes high enough to bring your hands back, and then your feet go behind your head, landing in plow. So then stay here with your knees close to shoulders. Your seat doesn't have to be all the way over your shoulders if you're not too familiar. If you're beginning, just keep low like this with your seat. Otherwise, try to get your seat higher. Those you want to go into shoulder stand, bring your hands together behind the back. Move your arms, shift from one side to the other so you can get your arms all the way back behind your body. Then bring your hands onto your back. One leg at a time, come into shoulder stand. Extend your legs, try to have a straight line from the toes down to the chin. Once you find the pose you're steady, close the eyes, go inward. Concentrate again on the center before the seat of divine perception is okay with you. Nothing to do. No to go to deeper within beyond the body, the mind, and the emotions. Slowly lower your legs down. Take your time. No crash landings. Back into cloud pose. Feet over your shoulders again. If you want, you can also bring your knees on either side of the head, your thighs against the belly. And imagine you're trying to shut out all distractions coming through the ears and eyes. Shut off the ears with your knees, close the eyes. Withdraw from the senses. This will help you to concentrate better. Not constantly bombarded by the distractions coming through your sense organs. Again, come back down. Palms down on the ground, behind your back. Thumb tips touching, index fingers touching. Slowly roll down. Keep your legs close to your body as long as possible. And then when the seat lands on your wrist, keep lowering your legs down. Stop when you're halfway down. Your legs at 45 degrees, push into your lower arms, lift the back up off the ground. Pull your elbows closer in towards one another, behind the heart. Lift the chest if you can now. Top of the head comes down. If it's too much, keep your legs up. Bring the legs down to the ground. Now breathe very fast in nose like a sniffing dog. Lower the legs down and break the pose. Take the arms out from underneath. Breathe in and breathe out. Let go of all fatigue. Imagine you just fainted. Now from here, we're going to sit up. Arms over the head. Come to seated position. Paschimottanasana. Keep your knees bent. You can keep your arms, wrap your arms around the legs. Like you're giving yourself a big hug. Keep your belly with your thighs. Your chin is over your knees, and you can slide your feet forward more and more. If you know you can get your legs flat on the ground, you don't need to waste your time. Just stretch the legs out. Keep your body with your thighs. Your chest trying to move beyond the knees. You can take hold of your feet. Interlace your fingers behind your heels, and keep reaching forward. This is if you're flexible. Pull the chest forward. On the inhale, lengthen. Exhale, just sink your weight into the legs and allow that to release the hamstrings. Bring your attention to the base of the spine. Inhale from the base of the spine all the way to the crown. Exhale back down to the base of the spine. Right, you keep your chest at your thighs. If you need to keep your knees bent, that's totally fine. Visualizing the moving the breath up and down the spine. When you were trying to improve concentration, you have to give yourself a few exercises, something to concentrate on. Otherwise, the mind just wanders constantly. So just try these little exercises to help improve the concentration. Up, hands behind your back. Slide your feet in. Bench pose. Your toes turned out, your fingers pointed out. Your feet are about 10 to 12 inches apart. Throw your hips up. And here, try to ensure that you're not sagging down to the middle. The hips at the height of the knees and the shoulders, the chest higher than the shoulders. Allow the head to go back. Breathe very fast now. Bring the belly up. Lower the seat down now. From here, extend your left leg, bring the right foot across to the other side of the shin. The foot somewhere between the toes close to the ankle. The right hand behind the back. Push lower back up and in, lift the left arm up, and turn to the right. Push the arm against the leg. So if you're leaning back like this is not doing much for you. Keep your hand right against the back, center the back, and sit tall. Use the left arm to actively pull on the leg, trying to get your knee beyond the left edge of the right knee beyond the left edge of the body. Try to feel the twist, turning up the hips and moving all the way up the spine. Imagine you can see the spine rotating. You can see right through your skin. Go back to the center. Change the legs around. The right leg extends, left on the outside of the shin. Right arm up. Inhale, push the lower back coming in, and then pull the right knee towards the left knee towards the right. Try to get your chin over your back shoulder. Keep your heart open. Try not to hunch forward. Keep your back very straight and tall. Turn, lie on the back. Make your way onto the back, softly, no big heavy thumps on the ground. Once you're on the ground, just allow the feet to fall outwards. The hands rest beyond the edges of the mat. The palms facing up. And the gesture of receiving, being open to receiving everything. This is what you're doing now. You're preparing yourself for this purification process. Through Shavasana, we allow the release of more of the impurities that exist at all levels. Physically, they manifest in feeling of blockage, sensation of tightness or withholding tension. Inhale, imagine beams of light and energy coming right into the skin, penetrating into all those areas of blockage and releasing them. Feel softer, feel released from all of those blockages. Mentally, they manifest in a form of impressions, a form of what the true nature is, of what the self is. We often identify the body, the mind, and the emotions, but these are not representative of our true nature, which is infinite, which is immutable, which is beyond death, which is not affected by the actions of the body, the mind, and the emotions. So inhale into the mind those great beams of light to penetrate into those areas of ignorance and then remove all that. The ignorance of the true self is what is the main cause of suffering, that and all the other impurities that cause suffering stem from that. Now spiritually, Impurities are those comportments, those behaviors that cause pain and suffering that are not in alignment with the ethical rules, cause us to come into a place of judgment against others, seeing them as either higher or lower than ourselves. So go into the heart now with all those beams of light and energy and remove, destroy all those behaviors that cause pain and suffering for yourself and others. Be in adherence to ethical rules and try to infuse compassion and love into everything you do. All your actions, thoughts, and words driven by compassion and love. We try to keep that intention anchored in our minds and hearts as we move into our day-to-day lives and all interactions. See God in all forms, and it becomes unimaginable to want to do harm to them. So now prepare to come back from Shavasana, gently, silently, reverently. We close the practice with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send it to all beings everywhere. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. Again, I apologize for the interruption in the broadcast, in the live cast. I'm not sure when it's going to be okay again, but hopefully it will be okay soon. In the meantime, I will post the live stream I did on Facebook, on YouTube, and I'll share the link so you can get the full practice. Namaste. Hope to see you again. Much love.